welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be here today with you to do another reading for this beautiful collective. I have been going by the name of Love as a placeholder. You can continue to call me as such, but I have found my calling name to be Elowen, which is another tree name, so naturally it felt like it spoke very much to my soul. So I have been doing quite a few readings that have had some overlapping themes, and one of the ones that came up and got much more clarity recently was about a particular masculine energy. So this may not speak to everybody, but I do want to dive into that. I was feeling a pull to do a reading about this masculine energy that we were being warned of. So if this resonates with you, then by all means, please make yourself comfortable. If it doesn't resonate with you, that is obviously more than okay, and I would love to see you all in the next reading. So for those of you who either through my videos or elsewhere in your life have been feeling this concern around a masculine energy, that's what I want to set my intentions for today. And I do also want to encourage you to set your intentions as well. We already have some cards that are jumping out here, so go ahead and feel into those intentions, and I will as well. This energy of this masculine that we are being warned of, and mind you, a masculine energy can exist in any form. That can be it doesn't matter the way that their body looks, and it can be an external person, or it can also be the masculine energy within ourselves. I'm being reminded here that your intuition is always going to be your compass, so you will know who this masculine energy is, and if it is an external entity or your masculine within yourself. We already have quite a few cards that have jumped out so far, so I actually want to pause here and go ahead and explore what these cards have to offer us today. So I'm noticing this first card, the wolf. I actually have no idea if you're going to be able to see that. Has a picture. I think I said the lone wolf. It's actually the card is the fool. But what jumped out to me, obviously, is that there's what appears to be, it is actually probably a fox. But what came to me was the lone wolf. So this masculine energy may be somebody who tends to be much more of a hermit or a lone wolf, and it seems like they have a bit more of sorry, my dog will be running around, so I am kind of keeping tabs on her, but so if you see her popping, let's just take that as a sign that there's energy moving through us and confirmation of the energies that we are feeling into. So this lone wolf that we are tapping into here actually feels there's a bit of a coldness around this person, and not necessarily that they are cold themselves. I am feeling a subtle warmth to them specifically, but I'm feeling a coldness around them. So I don't know if maybe they live in a colder state, or just a cold place, but I am actually feeling that this may be a sign that they are living a life that feels colder to them, or the people around them can sense a type of coldness, whether that's because of the way that they present themselves, or because of, I'm hearing the state that they some emotions, and it may be something that's a bit more long-term, something I'm hearing like depression. That may not resonate for everybody. This is just exploring, for those of you that this resonates for, just exploring. I'm going to pick up on a lot of things, so exploring whatever this may mean for each of you. And I'm noticing the way that this fox or this wolf actually looks up towards the mushroom here. It feels very relevant to the way that they look to you. They seem to be aware that you are a divine energy, and they have often held you in a high regard and look up to you very much, with a lot of love and respect and adoration. And it seems like I'm hearing they may even look to you for guidance. I don't know if this is a person that has come to you in the past for guidance on things, but whether or not they actually do, they are looking to you as, I'm hearing like a guidepost, a kind of like a lighthouse, where something about your energy creates some type of reference point. I've used the term in readings before about a touchstone, where this is a reference point, especially when it comes to like an energy or a feeling, that you can, this touchstone you can, metaphorically or literally keep in your pocket as a reminder of this reference point that you're looking back to. So this person may use you or your energy as a touchstone, and that may be why they are looking up to you so much. There's something about your energy and the person that you are that they, I'm hearing that they aspire to be, which is, I'm hearing reverent. It's a very reverent way that they engage with you and your energy. Not that it's going to manifest on the surface, but actually that they will internally hold the idea of you and the feelings they have about you in a very reverent manner. It feels, this feels like a very tender and gentle way that they have about you, and I do feel like that speaks a lot about how much they care for you. So this may be somebody that actually knows you like quite well, or has been in your life for quite some time, but this may not be for everybody. Not you don't always have to know somebody a long time to really know their energy. If you're open to feeling somebody's energy, you can know somebody pretty quick. So for some of you, it may not be as long. I think the more important understanding here is that this is a person who is familiar with you and your energy, and they hold that in high regard and have a lot of gratitude for that. And the way that these mushrooms, again, I don't know if you can see this, I sure hope you can, the way that these mushrooms are moving upward actually draws the eye to what I believe may be a moth. It's a white moth, and there's a lot of symbolism that comes with colors and things. I'm newer to the spiritual realm, so not all of those things do I know readily, have readily available for me. I mean, I'm recording on my phone, so if something about the color white does speak to you, I encourage you to actually look that up into the symbolism. I do know that it can be a reference for purity, and I think just like a general like lightness. So hi Sally, I actually found it to be of some importance here that these mushrooms are drawing the eye upward to this white, I do think it's a moth. and I'm hearing the phrase like a moth to a flame. So this could actually have two different meanings here. I am feeling drawn to this message here of you being, these mushrooms are symbolic for you in the way that you are being drawn into the light right now. That has been something that we've talked a lot about on this channel, that you are a divine energy that is being drawn into the lightness right now. And it's interesting the way that the energy direction goes for you towards this moth, and the way that this fox turns towards these mushrooms, almost as if they don't even notice this moth here and the direction that this mushroom is going. And I do hear that that is symbolic of the way that this person has not, I'm hearing they've been neglecting their light and their spirituality, that they are currently in a spiritual famine, and they may be even just to a small degree in touch with their spirituality. So it's not like an outright denial necessarily. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's just that they are not in the same abundant energy that you are in. So I am noticing how this draw of the light energy is actually potentially, if this resonates for you, like drawing you away from this lone wolf. And because this picture is actually of the chicken of the woods, which is a mushroom that I do believe you can eat. Please don't take I'm not a professional, so please don't take my word for that. My understanding is, though, that chicken of the woods you can eat. And so what comes up for me with that is actually that this lone wolf may be eating or even feasting on your energy, especially as it's gotten more potent. And I'm getting that feeling of a warning. So this may be starting to explore like what the concern is around this lone wolf. And I see this cloud up here. Again, I hope you can see this. This cloud here, and the way that it goes around that circle, or the O, I have no idea, at the top here, that it looks like an eye. And I'm receiving that this is a reminder that there is somebody watching over you, actually multiple somebodies that are watching over you. And because of this being up in the sky, which is like typically where people believe that there's like a heaven, or that a higher power can exist up in the sky, that it is just like a general like symbolism of the you know, where like spiritual entities can exist. So this is here as a reminder that there are spirits in another realm, like whether that's people who have known you in this life or have not known you in this life, that are watching over you right now. So there is some comfort that can be taken in that. And also this is a sign that these warnings of this lone wolf that we are reading on today is coming from your spirit guides. Please use your intuition on all of this, of course. You know what is meant for you and what is not. But it is, for some of you, a confirmation that this is a reading about, sent from your spirit guides about this lone wolf. And we've already gone into quite a bit of time here. Let's see if I can pull that up. We're already about halfway through the recording, so let's see if we can get some understanding from these cards here. So we already have 4 more. It looks like with this 2 of Cups here, I am actually wondering if this has been a person that you have been quite close with, for many of you, it may actually be that you have been in such a close relationship that it was actually romantic, or maybe just somebody that was like a very dear friend to you, like somebody that you may even call like a best friend, potentially a parent for some of you is what I'm getting. And I'm noticing that there is a couple of, I'll go ahead and show you guys, hopefully you're seeing these, or I'm just showing some blurry pictures to you all. There's actually some snakes underneath these mushrooms here, and I'm getting the sense that it is like symbolizing that there is an underlying, I don't know that I want to say threat, but there is a concern, and it is subtle. Not that you can't see it, it's just if you're not looking for it, you won't see it. So that is why I am actually here right now. I'm receiving, like, from your spirit guides to let you know to look for these snakes in the grass, so that way you are doing like going about things and making decisions with all of the information that you need to I'm hearing protect yourself and protect your energy. So there's a couple more things here that I want to point out. There's another watchful eye, actually of a bird flying over. So there may be already some watchful like spirits in this time that you have been connected with this person. And for some of you, I'm getting, it may actually be that you are still in connection with this person, that you may still be having some kind of relationship with them. And if it's romantic, this is what's making it much more difficult for you to be able to see these snakes that are in the grass. And that's why you have these messages that you have been receiving. And I'm hearing not just from today, you have been receiving these messages, maybe some from some of my other videos, but also just on your own. You have been feeling the promptings that you are meant to, I'm hearing very clearly, leave. So you may have felt that or heard that yourself. So this is just another one of those confirmations. And I'm also hearing that you're going to act on this once you finally accept these signs. So maybe because I'm being asked to verbalize a lot of these signs for you, that this may be the push that you need to start acting on these things. So take of that what you will. I'm also noticing that this bird over the mushrooms is starting to actually like kind of just not destroy, but I guess just kind of, yeah, destroy these cattails. Like they're rustling them up, and there's whatever cattails are made of, I have no idea, the fluff that they're made of is starting to drift off in the wind, because the wings are starting to take that fluff off of the, you get what I'm saying. So I'm hearing that your spirit guides have actually already been making attempts to like tear down, disintegrate the situation that this connection has been thriving in. So you may already be seeing the signs that, and it may not all the signs are going to be within this relationship. I do believe that like this, like these cattails being separate from these mushrooms are actually to communicate that a lot of this could be a destruction in your environment, and not in a literal sense. I'm just hearing that things within your situation are falling apart, or you actually, I'm also hearing, so maybe that's relevant to somebody, but I'm also hearing here that you are attributing things falling apart to your environment and not to this relationship. And it is another reason why you are not noticing these snakes, because if you were just noticing these cattails in this picture, you wouldn't have even noticed the snakes, right? If we were distracted by that. So that may be relevant to somebody, and if it's not, it may actually also be symbolic of the fact that you are just distracted by your environment as well, and just the things that are going on in general in your life, getting caught up in the day-to-day and just dealing with the things that can come up, that you are not noticing like the signs that are happening here. So another thing here, I hold the star, and this is actually something that's come up quite a bit in my personal reading. So I do think that the star is just in general symbolic for something at their time, at their life, in their life at this time. But there's just one lone star in the sky. So there is a sense that you are going to be going to have to accept that being a guiding light in this world will oftentimes be lonely. But also, not only are you a guiding light, but also that you have guiding light that is being shined down on you right now. And I do actually want to pull up the reading for this. Let's check the time. Right, we're doing okay. Good, because we still have 2 more cards after this. These readings always get more in-depth than I expect them to be. Okay. So this can be symbolic of creativity, self-confidence, clarity, liberation, and recovery. I'm actually feeling a strong pull to that recovery. So for some of you, it may be that you are in recovery, which is often a term that's used for people who are now sober and have recovered from an addiction. So that may be relevant to some of you. And for some of those that this does not resonate with, it may just be like a general recovery in your life right now, where you have been going through, I'm hearing a lot of this is emotional, some of it may be spiritual, but a lot of emotional recovery. You've had to do a lot of healing. I'm hearing heartache or heartbreak. So maybe that pertains to this energy of this person, this lone wolf that we have been reading into today. But you have been coming into a lot of your self-confidence and your clarity and your creativity. This creativity has been a reoccurring theme for a lot of people in this collective. And I'm hearing that this like special time that you are in, of this confidence, this clarity, this recovery, is such a sacred time for you. It is such a sacred energy. And as you are, just like with this Fool card, where we have the mushroom that's leaning up into this light, this moth, the same thing here, that this lone wolf may be, again, I'm hearing this phrase that's come up for me a couple times in these readings, where like this lone wolf may be trying to ride on your coattails as you are reaping the benefits of this higher vibration that you're in, and the creativity, and like looking to use you almost like I was hearing crutch, or like a diving platform, actually. Like they are climbing that ladder to this diving platform to use you to hopefully get to higher places, which is not sustainable. They're not going to sustain that very long, but they're not aware of that because they are on a lower vibration right now. So they're not aware that they can't just piggyback off of your energy. But this is where some of that warning is coming from. With this 8 of Wands, actually there's, I'm hearing some infiltration here. With, I don't know what the heck that is that's going through there, through this mushroom. But I'm hearing there's some infiltration here, that this masculine energy has been infiltrating this higher vibration that you have been in, and it is, I'm hearing like obscuring or threatening the purity of not just your energy, but the like spiritual guidance that you're receiving at this time, which is why this is such an important warning. And I know I've already warned of this in readings before, but it seems that this really needs to be re-emphasized at this time, that they are a concern for you in your spiritual growth and exploration and the guidance that you're receiving. I do also want to pull this one up too. I'm also seeing some eyes in the distance, and this could be another reference to you being watched over, but I don't think this is the same energy. Actually, I do think that this is it could be another energy, or it could be the same masculine energy that we've been reading on, that there is somebody waiting in the shadows, watching you as you are blooming into this new higher frequency. And you are, for many of you, maybe moving into leadership or positions where many people are seeing you. You could be creating things so that people are seeing you on whatever platform that you're sharing on, if that is social media, or if you have some art that's being shared in public spaces as well, just somewhere where you're getting a lot of attention. And I'm seeing that this is like this person, so maybe whether it's the same lone wolf that we've been reading on or not, I'm getting a feeling it most likely is, but there actually is a very real possibility for some of you this is an additional person who is waiting in the shadows and watching and waiting for their moment to come in. And I'm hearing siphon off of your energy. They are waiting in the wings to siphon off of your energy. Yeah, there's a very serious tone to this message here. Let's see. So there's actually, okay, so some things that stick out here are this chaos, overwhelm, and loss of control. So this, when I initially did a reading on this energy before, like that brought me to this video, was that this masculine energy is controlling. And it may not be obvious, actually. It is the feeling that I'm getting, that you may not see all of the ways that they are controlling, or maybe even like any of the ways that they're controlling, that they use a lot of the way that they talk to you, their communication, or maybe even lack of communication. I'm hearing it goes both ways, that they may talk to you in a way that very subtly ends up controlling you or influencing the way that you do things. And I'm hearing also trying to dim your light or discourage you from creating or growing, maybe even speaking negatively of those things, which is kind of deterring you from continuing to pursue those things. But I'm also hearing that it is due to a lack of communication as well. There are things that they are not talking to you about that they should be, whether it is like conflict that needs to be addressed, or I'm also hearing it can even be as simple as them not encouraging you in certain ways, that they, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, are not encouraging you in your pursuits of these. I'm totally getting eaten by mosquitoes, I'm so sorry. They are not encouraging you, either subconsciously or consciously. They've decided they are not intending to encourage you in these pursuits. And I'm hearing that like is most likely because they are actually either consciously or subconsciously jealous of what you are stepping into, the way that you're holding yourself, the way that you are, I'm hearing, loving yourself, healing yourself, expressing yourself. That seems to be a really big one there, which feels like even more ironic given the fact that there is some poor communication happening on this part of this masculine energy. Let's do one more time check. Okay, perfect. We have just enough time to get this last card in here. There is, again, we have some symbolism of color here. This one is the, it is a purple mushroom, the Seven of Swords. Since we're short on time, I do want to quickly pull that up and see. Okay, yeah, there is actually a lot of important themes here. Theft, strategic, deceit, victimhood, imposter syndrome, keeping secrets. So this person is using a lot of these things, theft, deceit, keeping secrets, victimhood. They're using a lot of these things to control you. That may be that they are, I'm hearing, if in conflicts they are making themselves out to be the victim, even if it may be their fault. They are playing themselves to be the victim, to play on, which I'm hearing you may very well be a very empathetic person or identify as an empath, that they are using that to their advantage, playing this victim card. And that can translate into more than just conflicts as well. That could be just in the way that anything gets executed. They end up playing to receive your empathy, to play things into your favor, and to, I'm hearing also, siphon off of your energy, to use that. It helps fill something in them to like play to your empathy and receive that from you. And there's a lot of concern here with this deceit and keeping secrets as well. I'm not receiving any immediate answers to that, so that may be something that I'm hearing you may actually already be aware of, that you have noticed that there are some things that they have not communicated with you about, that you just get a feeling of. And I'm hearing that this deceit you may not be fully aware of, but you are actually feeling a confirmation that it makes sense, that it is likely, you know that it is likely that they are deceiving you. And if you don't have that feeling yet, I'm hearing that you will start receiving intuition. You already have a very strong intuition, so I'm sure you've gotten these inklings already, but I'm hearing, if you haven't already, that after this video you're going to start picking up on those things, that when they're communicating, you can tell that they are an imposter in the way that they're showing up, that there is something about the way that they're communicating, even if it appears in their words or even their expression that they are being authentic. You can feel, that's the beauty and I guess sometimes the curse of being an empath and being a spiritually powerful person, is that you can feel when somebody is not being pure and authentic. And this fine-tuning or this strengthening, I know, I'm so sorry if the swiping of the bugs is driving you crazy, it's driving me crazy. I'm hearing that this strengthening of your intuition has been intentional at this time, that because you are becoming a more powerful energy, that you are going to need to rely more on your intuition to be mindful and careful of the people that are in your life, especially as they are going to start really looking to siphon off, if they're not already, look to siphon off of the powerful energy that you are moving into. Wow, this was a powerful reading here. There's a lot to digest, so I always encourage you to save this video and come back and listen again and take some notes, and really let it like soak in. I also encourage you to leave any comments like below the video of anything that came up in the reading that you would like some more clarification on. I'm trying to follow my intuition on what may need more clarification, but of course that doesn't mean I'm going to cover everything. So please let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to get more clarification on, or what resonated with you. And I'm just so grateful that you're here with me today. It has been such a beautiful journey to be a trusted channel for you to receive messages, and I'm just like grateful to be rubbing shoulders with people that have such beautiful energy and high vibrations, and I'm excited to continue doing that. And I am going to just send you off with love and a big hug. If you are open to receiving a hug, if you're not, that's okay too. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.